This is an unboxing video of the FeiyuTech AK4500. This is my first encounter with a heavy-duty gimbal designed for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. If you're new around here, I'm Henrik Olsen, and if you want to improve your drone skills, learn about e-wheels, then consider subscribing to my weekly tips, tests and tutorials. And while you're down there, then consider hitting the bell so you don't miss out on future updates. While I've been away on summer holiday capturing some pretty nice footage that I'm gonna present later here on the channel, the nice fellows at FeiyuTech decided to send me this AK4500 for a closer look. I guess they have picked up that I recently purchased a Sony a7 III, and this kind of gimbal is a perfect match to supplement and stabilize the footage for this kind of camera. Before we continue, I do want to add that I will be making a few more videos about this gimbal solution once I get more experience using it, because it would be pretty hard for me right now to act as an expert, because this is basically the first time that I ever get my hands on a big size gimbal like this. Previously, I had experience with gimbal assisted cameras that you know from the DJI drones, and of course also from the Osmo Pocket, which is basically the one that I'm using, the camera angle that I'm using here. And I've also played around with the Osmo Mobile at some point. But this kind of big gimbal technology, this is my first experience. So I'm pretty pumped and pretty excited to see what's inside this box. So now we cut the seal and let's open it. Let's see. Here inside there's another box. So let's pull out this one. And there's also an additional box here. So nothing more in that one. So let's get that one out of the way. So this is the accessory kit, and the accessory kit seems to include two additional items. One of them is a handle that will allow you to operate the gimbal in other positions than just using the vertical grip. This one here is a focus motor, and that can be used for lenses that does not have automatic focus. So in that way, you can basically have the gimbal adjust the focus of the lens. So that's a pretty nice addition. Let's unbox the beast. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in this box. Wow. Look at that. It smells like electronics. Like new electronics. I'm not even pretending to be excited. I am actually pretty pumped about this. It looks really fantastic. Maybe it's because I haven't had a chance to play around with the other big gimbals, but I never seen like a kit like this before. It's presented very nicely. It's really cool. So let's see what's actually in here. What I've seen on other channels when they do these unboxings, they always start with all the tiny things like the batteries, but we are not doing that. We are starting with the main attraction in the box, because that's what you're here for, to see. So let's try and take off this gimbal. And look at this. This is a 3-axis stabilized gimbal. The quality seems pretty solid and the motors are pretty big. This one has a maximum capacity, I think, of 4 kilos. I'm not really sure if it is 4 kilos. Maybe I can see that on the box. I can't. But the payload is 4.6 kilos. So that's a lot of camera that you could put on here. So this is sort of the gimbal. It's heavy. It's heavy, but that's expected with a gimbal this size to be pretty heavy. I need to do some arm lift to operate that. Let's see what else you get in the box. Let's put this one down. So the next item is this tripod. I guess that will allow you to position the gimbal onto this tripod so you can put it somewhere. There's an extension pole with a 1/4 thread in each end. So it goes so you can extend the gimbal like this maybe. Let's put it like that. Let's see what else we have in here. There's a battery charger that will allow you to charge these. I think they are 3.7 volts. Yeah, those are 18605, so they're pretty powerful cells. There are a box. I think this one is actually a communication cable that will allow you to hook up your DSLR, so the gimbal can communicate with the camera. There's a standard micro USB charging cable. And what do we have here? We have a pin. It's so nice with a pin with a 1/4 inch thread. I don't know what. Not for that. I don't know what that is for. But that one screws into something here. Yeah.
We hope.
We hope. I still haven't found out what this thing is for, but you can just screw it into the gimbal so you don't lose it. Okay, so let's see. We are getting to the bottom of this. There is cables, more cables, micro USB. But there's a lot of connection options here. Like that. This one is another one of those thingies that we haven't figured out what it's used for. I did find out what the triangular shaped bracket was designed for. It's actually a lens support. So if you're using longer lenses like zoom lenses on your camera, you can support it by adding this bracket to the gimbal. And this one, I know what that is. That is a quick release plate. And this is a 2-part system. And I will show you how this actually works in one of the upcoming videos. It's a pretty smart system that will allow you to get started shooting very fast. One of the last items is this bracket, and I think this is what actually holds the focus motor that is included in the accessory kit. There's one more box remaining. Let's just see what's in here. Maybe it's a fortune cookie? No, it's not. Those are the screws needed, the secret screws needed for mounting your camera on the quick release plate. It's like the needle on a sewing machine. Without that, it won't work. The box, that is a very nice transportation case, and it clearly shows they put a lot of effort into designing this. It'll be pretty good to carry the unit around inside this box. It feels very sturdy and very solid. Oh, I did wonder if there was any instructions included with this gimbal, because this is kind of complex technology, so maybe you need a little help to get going. At least there were a few items in the box that I didn't know where they belong. So let's just see in the box if there is an instruction. There was an instruction. Maybe not a big one, but let's just see what's in here. FeiyuTech warranty card, that's important. There's a warranty card. We hope we don't need that. There's also an instruction here. That's in Chinese. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Actually not. So let's see on the other side here. It's actually in English. So that will tell you basically how to get started with this. Let's see if I can make everything fit inside the box again. Let's unbox the accessory kit. More instructions. The first item is the focus motor, and this little gear wheel that interacts with this part here. So you can basically make this one turn the focus on the lens. I only use lenses with the automated focus, so I don't think I will have much use for that, but that's still pretty nice that this one is included. Let's move on to the Hyperlink remote controller. And apart from being an additional handle that you can mount onto the gimbal with this grip, it can also be used as a remote control for the gimbal. So you could basically remote control it, put it on the tripod that I showed just before, and then you can operate the gimbal with this handle separately. That is a feature I'm really looking forward to try. Just imagine that you could put like the stabilized gimbal somewhere like you do with the Osmo Pocket, and then you can operate it with this handle. So that's pretty nice. I can create some pretty stunning unicycle shots with that one. This is a pretty professional setup, so I would expect there is a bit of a learning curve to get familiar with this. So that is why it's time now to get the battery charged, and on the next video I will show you how to assemble the unit and calibrate the gimbal so you get perfectly smooth footage. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to press the like button. If you didn't like it, then feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Huh? Oh, don't get scared. It's inside the box.